So we made it to Copart. It's been long since I've driven a sort of truck or a van this size, so we made it here absolutely fine. Had to go in the office to grab myself a high vis, but I've checked in on the app. I've marked that I'm arrived. I'm just waiting for the car to be delivered. Probably come out on one of those big forklift truck things. Get it strapped down, let's get it home and let's get it repaired. Someone's definitely got themselves a little bargain there. Doesn't look like there's any damage on it at all. Nice. Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, whether you would like to see one of them on this channel. Could potentially be a nice little track car. Who knows? Guys, I was just recording the Honda Civic and I had one of the loaders come over to me telling me that I need to delete the video, otherwise it won't bring out my vehicle. So apparently we can't have any videos with the loaders in it. I don't know why. Maybe to cover their arse, just in case they damage the car while they're loading it. I don't know. But I can only get video for you guys once it's on my truck. It's just a shame. I wanted to show the vehicle coming out on the loader just to add part of the video, but I can't do it. They won't let me. And now I feel like they're probably going to leave my car to the last to bring it out, just to spite me. So fingers crossed that's not going to happen and I get my car nice and safe. But who knew you couldn't record at Copart? I've seen loads of videos at Copart with recording, loading and stuff, so I don't know. A little update, guys. I actually sent someone to verify that I deleted those photos, those videos of the car. So it may or may not appear on this video, we'll see. Guys, all loaded up now. First time I've done any recovery truck, so luckily the guy behind me was kind enough to give me a hand with the straps, make sure they're good. But the damage is as expected. Just the windscreen up there and the dashboard. Everything else looks okay, to be fair. But we'll get it home and we'll do a full run over of any damage or anything else I can see. Let's fingers crossed we get home nice and safely. Welcome back to the Octane Fever channel, guys. Today in this episode, we've got a little bit of a different one where we've got a new project from Copart to fix up and give it to my missus so she can have a new car. It's a slightly different change of plan to what I hoped I was going to do. I was hoping I was going to get rid of the Corsa, get another car in that was a little bit more damaged and fix it up, something more like an S3 or something, you know, like a Golf GTI, but I needed a family car for my missus. So I went on to Copart and I bought this 2015 Tiguan Match Blue Tech. So this car, I actually bought it a bit of an impulse. We have a Touran that it seemed to have, the gearbox mechatronics is broken and it's just not worth replacing the mechatronics unit on that car. It just costs too much money for what the car's worth. So I went on to Copart and I saw this car, has hardly any damage on it at all. It is registered as a Cat N and I'll show you why in a second. But it was very, very cheap and I managed to get it for a decent price. So I'll take you through the car and what the damage is and then I'll let you know how much I paid for it and I'll show you all the price and all the breakdown of that and what I need to do to fix it. So let's get you shown around the car and I'll show you what that damage is and how we're going to fix it. So on the face of it, guys, it's a front end crash, but as you can see, there's hardly any damage to it at all. There's absolutely no damage to the sides or the rear. It's other than it being very dirty, it's actually pretty mint. So again, no damage to the rear or the side. So in the boot, we've got just a standard, quite a large size boot. No damage in here at all. Obviously got your emergency kit in here, which has your triangle, it has your jack and stuff like that to repair a wheel. We've got a space saving wheel here as well. Everything looks in good condition. You can tell the person who's had it hasn't actually washed it properly. Look at all that. So we will be giving this a good clean in this episode as well. The only damage we have is the front bumper, which is very light. You can see there's this damage here. I don't know what's happened, but to me it looks like they've had a very small hit here, and which is essentially set off the airbags. And because it's set off the airbag, it's cracked the windscreen. And I think that is why this car was written off and caused that damage there. So I don't think that's actually anyone hitting it. I think that's literally the airbag exploding and cracking it. The damage is actually very minimal. I think it's just this bit up here that needs to be repaired, and I'll need to take the bumper off to essentially just remount this. I think what's happening is that's hit there, which just popped out this side and the other side as well. So I'll take the bumper off. I may or may not even get that repaired just now, but I'll get the bumper sitting properly and then find out if there's any damage behind it, because there could be damage hidden behind it that I haven't seen. So I'll just take you into the inside now. It's actually quite a high spec Tiguan. It's a match blue tech, so it's the 2-wheel drive model, and we've got 47,000 miles on the clock, so really low mileage car for its age. It's 8 years old, and to have 47,000 miles on the clock is really good. We also have parking assist, parking sensors all round, obviously your climate control, and you know, your standard VW head unit with everything apart from Apple Play, I think. Apple and Android Play. But yeah, other than that, the car is filthy inside. It's like a half alc interior, half fabric. It is absolutely filthy. It was definitely owned by a female, as there's like, you know, foundation everywhere. So the inside needs a bloody good clean. Needs a new dashboard, new airbag here, and a new airbag module. And then that should be the car. Oh yeah, and obviously a new windscreen. And then that should be the car back on the road. So the car actually has MOT until July next year. So what I could work out was the car was MOT'd in July, end of July, was then crashed at the beginning of August, and then got for sale about the beginning of September, obviously after the insurance have settled the case. So all in all, a very good car, 2015, 47,000 miles, pretty much mint all around, other than obviously the accident damage. And the accident damage is very minimal anyway. So it's a Cat N, so you know, minor damage. And in this case, it is actually very minor damage, just a little bit of scuff on the bumper, the dashboards and the windscreen. So I reckon the reason they actually wrote this off rather than repairing it is, I imagine from the dealership, for a brand new set of airbags and a brand new dashboard, module, windscreen, would have probably cost in the region of the same value it would have cost them to actually just pay out the person on the car. So this car, if you look at similar models, even as a category N, you're looking at around £9,000 to £10,000 for this car. So I won it at Bristol Copart auction for £3,850. But with all the fees, etc., it came in at just over £4,500. So for £4,500, I have essentially a £10,000 car that needs a little bit of work. I've already gone ahead. I've already bought the dashboard and all the airbag kits and the seat belts, because the seat belts are locked out as well. So the 2 front seat belts, the dashboard, all the airbags and the airbag module as well. We've got all of that for £440. And I've also got a new windscreen on its way, which was around £300. So all in all, for £700 there, give or take, I've got this car back on the road. So just over £5,000, we have this £10,000 car back on the road. We're going to use it as a family car, and that means that she can stop using my Golf R32 Turbo and damaging those alloys. So win-win for me, win for my wife. Oh, also, what you don't normally get in Copart is a service manual. This comes with full service history with the service manual that was in the glove box. So that is a Brucey bonus, and I'm very happy about that. The thing it didn't come with, guys, was the logbook. So I've had to send that away to get DVLA to send me a new logbook. That will take around 3 weeks to come. So I can't drive the car because I can't tax it until that logbook comes. So if you're ever looking at buying a car in Copart and you want to drive it really quickly after you've repaired it, then get one that's got a V5 on it. This one didn't come with one. I knew it didn't come with one because it said on the listing, and of course it didn't have one come with it either. So I knew what the process was. I filled out the form and I've got it sent away straight away. So in around three weeks that will come, and that means I can tax it. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think of the Tiguan. I think it's still an absolute bargain. With very minimal damage that I can fix myself on the driveway pretty easily. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, guys, whether you think I got a good deal, and generally if you like the car or not. But I won't be selling this one. This will be going to my wife, and we'll use it as a family car. So once the Corsa is sold, I will use that money to buy something, another project, a little bit more intense, a little bit more involved, and hopefully a little bit more spicy. In this video, I will be fixing the entire car, dashboard, windscreen, the lot. I'll be getting it ready for my wife to drive, all in this one video. I'm not going to drag it out. It's just going to be one video on this car. There's not much damage there, so I'm not going to spread it out across multiple videos. I'm just going to get it done. Let me know if you like the sort of the parts and the steps, and or whether you like just one long video, get it over and done with. So I'm going to stop waffling on now, guys, and I'm going to get to work replacing this dashboard and the windscreen and sorting this front bumper out. So I'll catch you when that's all here. So we obviously have an airbag light, and we also have a tyre light as well. Oh, it also needs a service too, so we'll do that as well. But it's got electronic handbrake, air conditioning obviously, and yeah. So I'm just gonna take it for a little drive now. and see what it's like. Automatic lights, good. This is quite a bumpy road, so it seems to be riding over them lovely. Driving straight as well. Does it have hill hold? No. What about auto hold? There's a button that says auto hold. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, the sensors all round as well. So it's definitely a higher spec one. There's some good little features. So everything feels good on the car though. Suspension feels good, so that's definitely a Brucey bonus, so happy with that. Windscreen fitted, guys, and they've done an absolute top job with the windscreen. Brand new screen for quite a good price. I'll drop the link of the people that did the windscreen down below, so you guys can get your windscreens from there. They're specialised windscreens and they'll give you a really good price. So if you're in the sort of Buckinghamshire area, I'll drop a link below for them. Now the windscreen's done, we're going to take care of the other large job on the project, and that is the airbag kit, aka the entire dashboard and the airbag. So I'm going to make a start on getting the airbag off this and the steering wheel off, just so I get access to then take the rest of the dashboard off. I've got a new dashboard with new airbag kits and new seat belts. They're ready to go back onto this once I've got it off. So I'm going to start cracking that. I'm going to set a camera up so you guys can see what I'm doing. But this is a big job, it's a faff as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get good enough recording for you of getting this out and getting the new one in. With any large task sitting in front of you, it is a little bit daunting to start. But with this airbag kit, it's just like anything else. It's all nuts and bolts. So start with what you have in front of you, get that steering wheel off, get those clock clusters out and start taking off the center console. A lot of this stuff in these VWs are just clips that are clipped in and they are secured with Torx bolts behind that. So find all the bolts, find out where they're clipped and just slowly start taking the car apart. You find it comes apart a lot quicker than you think. And then if you feel like there is a bolt somewhere that needs to come off, just take it off. There are a lot of bolts, and also there's a lot of bolts that you don't need to remove that I have removed in this case, because I just felt like that, because obviously it's the first time I've done this, so I just removed all the bolts I could see and just made a mental reference where they fitted, so then I can refit them in that location when I come to replace the dashboard. It just takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of fettling, but getting the dashboard out wasn't all too difficult. Just take your time and be patient with it. There we go, guys. Got the dashboard out now. I actually missed this bit here, so it pinged off when I pulled the dashboard out, but all in all, everything else was disconnected. And now we're just ready to get the new one in there. Now refitting the dashboard was simply a case of trying to remember exactly where I'd removed it previously, so it's essentially the reversal of removal. Just trying to put everything back. It's actually a pretty simple dashboard to put back. And sometimes I have put the bolts in where I need to put another part over the top, so I have to sort of refit that bolt. And that's just standard when it comes to doing dashboards. You sometimes need to undo stuff, put stuff in. But I certainly wouldn't let that put you off doing a dashboard kit. And it took me about 4 or 5 hours to do this job completely, so it isn't a big job to do. You just need to have basic mechanical knowledge and just try and remember where things went. But otherwise, it kind of only fits in one place anyway. So don't feel like that you guys can't do this job, because you can. It just takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of bravery. So definitely one that you guys can do at home on the driveway, as I am doing here.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
There we have it, guys. It's all back together now. I can't fit the airbag because the airbag that Igor supplied was slightly different to the airbag that I originally had. So the wiring harness at the back I can't reuse. It's to do with the fact that on this one here we have a connection here, but also the connection for the like the buttons on the side clips in here, but it's my original one clipped in the middle. So I can't fit the airbag at the moment. The guy who supplied me the airbags is going to send me out the cable for this airbag. So fingers crossed that will come very soon, but just means I can't obviously turn everything on, test, make sure I've got no airbag lights or anything. So I'm going to reconnect the battery now, and I'm going to turn everything on, just double check that, you know, it starts, the radio works, air conditioning works, you know, all that good stuff. So just can't obviously test to see whether I've got an airbag issue. So I'm going to do that now, and fingers crossed it doesn't all blow up on my face. You know, these don't blow off. The airbag doesn't go off, so fingers crossed it all works out fine. So I reconnected the battery now, guys. We have life. Has a big beep there. I don't know what it was for. Indicators, wipers. We won't have any of these controls yet, but the Bluetooth come on. Radio. Yeah, all good. Yeah, flashing away. That's all on. Start her up. She started. There you got our dual controls. Yeah. Don't know like we've got any power to these. Might be an issue here. Don't have any power. Not sure why I've got nothing there. Okay. A little investigation into that and then see what it's like. What I might do is just drive up the road and back and just see whether some of these lights are clear or whether there's issues I need to fix.
A few moments later.
So I've taken it for the spin and most of the lights are now come off the dash, but these are not working at all. I expect these to be illuminated and also change stuff on the dash and it doesn't. So I'm going to need to take this back out and see whether anything's causing this to not work. Like maybe I haven't plugged something in or something. So these are now working. You see they're on now. So they're all working now. I literally just had to take it off and unplug the connector and reconnect it and it started working. So I'm not sure what the problem was, but it's all good. So now we can move on to the seatbelts. So while we can't do the airbag and test the airbag system, I'm going to replace the seatbelts. These are locked out, so the tensioners are fired. So you just need to replace these with the ones I've got. So it should just be a case of a bolt up there, a bolt down there, and then they should come off and put the new ones on. These seatbelts are actually really easy to fit. The trim that covers everything is all on clips except for one Torx bolt at the top underneath the airbag sign. Once they are off, it is literally a case of 3 spline bolts to undo the seatbelt from the frame of the car and bolt the other one back in, plug it into the airbag connector. That's it then guys, both seatbelts have been replaced. No more lockout now, all perfectly good. So just need to do the airbag. So when I get the wiring for that, I'll do the airbag and then I'll need to code in the new module for the airbag system. Once I've done that, then I just need to sort the front bumper out, put the clip back in, and then we're done. So it's been a few days. I've been waiting for this connector to come from the people that sent me the airbag kit. They sent me out the wrong connector, so I needed this specific one. It's around the volume controls, etc. was different. So I've got that now. It's been a few days. I'm just going to fit the airbag for the steering wheel and then the car should be complete. I just need to code the new airbag module into the car, which I don't know how to do that, but I've got to figure it out. And then that's the airbags and all that done. I actually fitted that without bloody recording it, but essentially it's the airbag plug in the center. You push in a 2-pin plug, and then you've got some connectors here, a big spade and a small spade connector. And then we have a connector that goes into the volume controls here. Little black plug goes in there. And then that's the main connector here, which plugs into the clock spring, which plugs into this connector here, plugs into the clock spring here. So you have to plug this in now and just see whether it works. Okay, I'm not going to push it in all the way yet to sort of mount. If you push it in, it will mount the airbag. I just want to check all the controls first. There we go. And the last test is the horn. And horn works lovely. That's it guys, all the buttons work on there, all the horn works. So that's all the airbags and the seatbelts all replaced for the airbag and the tension system. Just need to code the airbag module now, which should be a 10-minute job. I don't know, we'll see. And then we're done with the airbags. Just done a gateway installation list, and obviously you can see we've got lots of errors. So we're just going to take a look at some of these errors and if any of them are important or not. Actually, what I'll probably do is let me just clear all the DTCs. And then we'll see what we got left after that. Wow. Got no airbag ones. So I got one for the auto HVAC, which is your air conditioning and your fans. Okay, so I must not have plugged the temperature sensor that's sitting there. So I'll have a look at that. And the sensor in question that came up is that one there that's not plugged in. So just need to plug that in and then that's that one cleared. And then the other one is ABS brakes. Probably tyre, I imagine. Tyre pressure warning, yep. So surprisingly, there was no airbag warning data. So let me just start the car and see whether the airbag light comes on. Okay, so no airbag light on at the moment. Push the clutch in. Need to charge that battery up. And would you look at that? No airbag warning light on at all. No other light obviously than the flat tyre light, because I do have a bit of a flat tyre. Unbelievable, guys. I'm actually really shocked about that. I thought the airbag module would need to be coded to this car. So it must have the same coding on the old car that it does this car. That's an absolute win, guys. No coding required. That's it. All the airbags and all that, it's all done and everything's working. So just need to remount that front bumper and it's done. So we get that done so when the V5 comes, insure it, tax it, it's on the road and repaired. So I'll bring it back on when I redo that bumper. So there's one last thing we need to sort out on the Tiguan, and that's remounting this front bumper over here. So let's get this front bumper off, let's get it remounted, and then that's the car done. Right, guys, so basically there's a bolt in there, which is about there, and there's 2 more down the bottom. Pop this clip off here, and then we should be able to just pop the bumper out, like so. Might be a bit stiff. Like that. Right, now we've got it out, we can just push the top bit in first. The first bit goes in, the top goes in first, and then we can reseat it like that. And then get the bolts back in. Like I say, 1 bolt there, 2 for the splash shield to go, 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 underneath. And that's it, done. And that's it, guys. That's the bumper back fitted as it was, as it should be. Absolute no issues with the bumper fitment now. Very happy with that. That's all the repairs done for this Tiguan. I'm having a detailer come tomorrow to give the entire car a clean for inside and out, every door shut, absolutely everything. He's a proper detailer and a professional who does this sort of stuff for a living. So he's coming out tomorrow. He's going to get this car back to brand new, so that when my missus starts driving it, when that V5 comes, it's basically a brand new car for her. So once the detailers come and bin, I'll show you around the car, I'll show you everything, and then that's that video wrapped up. So it'll be a few days for me, but obviously instant for you. So I'll bring it back on when the detail is done. Guys, that is the Tiguan done. It's been cleaned, it's had a new windscreen, new dashboard and airbag kit, and now it is road legal on the road. We have the V5 through now, and it is done. It is looking absolutely mint, and I'm just going to show you around now, and that's that video closed. My wife is very happy with the car. She's driven it today for the first time. She's got all the kids' seats in there and she's over the moon. So it's a tick for me and then obviously a tick for her. So we're very happy with the car. It drives phenomenal and looks the piece now as well. We've had the detailing done. So I'll show you around the car. So guys, I think you can agree, it looks absolutely stunning. The paintwork came out absolutely lovely. I'll drop the link in the description for the detailer I used, top guy. He's done an absolutely amazing job, and the interior was perfect as well. The only slight bit of damage we've got is this bit here, which was from the accident damage, which I haven't repaired because my missus will probably batter the car anyway, but that's only minor damage. It's not actually affecting anything. But look at the interior, guys. Honestly, I'll overlay some images of the interior as it was before, but they're literally, everything's back to brand new. This is like suede Alcantara, and yeah, absolutely back to brand new. Guys, look how nice it is in here. Absolutely spotless. We've got loads of features in here. We've got the sort of assistive park, start, full air conditioning control, and obviously the entertainment system with nav and everything you need on it. So I mean, just look how lovely the car looks now. Brand new windscreen, obviously new dash with the new airbags, and not even a single light on the dash, guys. There was not one error code on this car when I scanned it, which is really good. And as I said, got the child seats in there too, but literally the car is spotless. Obviously we've done a few miles in it, so there's a few bits of crumbs, but absolutely immaculate, guys. And the boot's just the same, but it's full of my missus's bits. So what are you doing on there, bloody ladybug? I mean, guys, look at these door shuts here. You know, they're sparkling back to brand new. How bad they were before. That was all green before, so I'll overlay a little bit of footage at the moment, but yeah, they were all green. I mean, it was the same for all the door shuts. They're all absolutely sparkling now. That's the difference between getting a detailer and just getting someone to wash it. You know, they basically put the car back to brand new, a detailer will. Pretty expensive to get a detailer. but definitely worth it when you get the results like this. So yeah, I mean, even the alloys, literally every alloy is mint. Every alloy is like that, absolutely mint. So that's it, absolutely mint car. I'm happy with it, Mrs. happy with it. So let me know what you guys think about the car, whether you think it's a good buy or not. I think it's a really good buy. These cars retail for £10,000, maybe around 8 at a low point for Cat N. But you know, I pretty much have put in around 5,500 into this car. So for profit wise, I'm well in the green for this car. But obviously my missus is going to enjoy it for years to come, hopefully. So let me know in the comments, guys, whether you like this type of build, whether you like the fact it was one episode and it was just get it done and job done, and whether you like the car. So don't forget, hit that subscribe, hit that like, follow me over on Instagram, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I